Most people believe they know how to think. But pause for a moment. Do they really? Look around. How many people do you see making steady progress in their lives? And how many do you see stuck repeating the same mistakes, chasing the same problems they had years ago? The truth is, good thinking is rare. And great thinking doesn't just happen. It must be trained, sharpened, and refined. The foundation. What is clear thinking? At its core, clear thinking means seeing reality as it is, without distortion. A clear thought is not vague or messy. It is precise, logical, and directly connected to action. Think of it like this. If A happens, then B follows. That's clarity. For example, if I light a candle, then it will give me light. Simple, direct, testable. When your thoughts are clear, your actions become intentional. When your actions are intentional, the results give you immediate feedback. And when you pay attention to feedback, your understanding of the world grows sharper. This cycle, clear thought, clear action, clear feedback, improved understanding, is the engine of wisdom. Story: The Zen Cup. There's an old Zen story that illustrates this. A university professor once visited a Zen master, curious to learn about enlightenment. The master served him tea, but kept pouring even after the cup was full. Tea spilled over, drenching the table. The professor shouted, "Stop! The cup is full. No more will go in." The master calmly replied, "Just like this cup, your mind is full of opinions and assumptions. How can I show you truth unless you first empty your cup?" The point? If your mind is cluttered with unclear, untested thoughts, nothing new can enter. Clarity begins when we make space to see reality as it truly island. Philosophy in practice. Epictetus. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgments about them." Imagine someone insults you. If your thought is, "This insult destroys my worth," you'll feel crushed. But if your thought is, "Words only reflect the speaker's character, not mine," you remain calm. One thought leaves you in chains. The other sets you free. Epictetus trained his mind to filter thoughts with clarity. Is this thought true? Does it serve me? Does it align with reason? That is philosophy in action. Practical application. How you can do the same. So, how do you begin to think clearly? Step 1. Write your thoughts down. When thoughts stay in your head, they swirl around like smoke. Writing forces them into shape, like carving stone. Step 2. Turn them into if-then statements. For example, if I spend 30 minutes reading each night, then my knowledge will expand steadily. Step 3. Test them. Act on the statement. Observe the results. Did it work? Did it fail? Step 4. Refine your worldview. If your thought was wrong, that's not failure, it's progress. Every wrong thought discarded brings you closer to truth. This is how the great philosophers trained their minds. Not with endless abstract theories, but with simple, logical practice. Story: The modern-day experiment. Let's bring this into the modern world. Imagine Sarah, a college student who always procrastinates. Her vague thought is, "I'll work when I feel ready." But ready never comes. One day, she rewrites her thought clearly. If I start studying for just 10 minutes, then momentum will carry me forward. She tests it. She sets a timer for 10 minutes. And sure enough, 10 minutes becomes 30, then an hour. Her procrastination didn't vanish by magic. It dissolved because her thought became clear, logical, and testable. The deeper lesson. Philosophy teaches us that the mind is a tool, but like any tool, it can be dull or sharp. Unclear thoughts are like a dull blade. They make every problem harder to cut through. Clear thoughts, on the other hand, slice directly to the essence. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor-philosopher, understood this deeply. In his meditations, he wasn't writing for an audience. He was sharpening his own mind, turning confusion into clarity, day after day. That's why his words still resonate nearly 2,000 years later. Story: The Farmer's Luck. Here's one last parable. A farmer's horse ran away. His neighbors said, "What terrible luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, bringing 2 wild horses with it. The neighbors cheered, "What great luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe." Later, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses, fell, and broke his leg. Again the neighbors cried, "What bad luck!" The farmer said, "Maybe." Soon after, soldiers came to recruit young men for war. But because the son's leg was broken, he was spared. The farmer's clear, patient way of thinking allowed him to see beyond quick judgments. He understood that reality reveals itself over time, not in a single moment. Conclusion: your challenge. So here's your challenge. For the next week, write down at least one thought each day. Then, turn it into an if-then statement. Test it. Reflect on the result. Over time, this habit will rewire your mind. You'll stop circling around the same problems. You'll begin moving forward, solving, growing, and evolving. Because the truth is simple. Clear thinking leads to clear living. And when your life is clear, your path becomes unstoppable. Closing call to action. If this video gave you something valuable, let me know in the comments. What's one unclear thought you're going to rewrite today? And if you want more insights from philosophy on how to live and think better, make sure to subscribe and join us on this journey of wisdom.